Okay, why must I sign in? I just wanted to quickly go over whether or not you should craft Hall of Fame cards. So recently, Blizzard announced that they're going to convert some classic cards into wild only, in contrast to the classic formula that they set up last year. So now that the cards that are being moved to the Hall of Fame, 5 classic cards in particular, they will get fully refunded. So the question is, should you craft them? The simple answer is, if you do not have 2 copies, then yes, there's no reason not to, you will get fully refunded. The more elaborate question, if you already have some normals but you don't have golden, is should you craft golden? And when it comes to the commons, the answer is yes, you should, and here is why. So the way it seems to be is that if you have 2 commons and 2 gold, you will only get the full refund for the 2 golds. This is the working theory. Of course, we won't really know until the thing actually goes through. But from what Ben Brody has been saying on Twitter, this is how it works. So if you craft 2 conceals, then you would spend 80 crafting mats, and you would be able to get 10 back. If you crafted 2 golden conceals, which is one of the Hall of Fame cards, then you would spend 800, and you would get 100 back. So notice that the key thing to notice here is that the disenchant cost of the golden is slightly more than the crafting cost of the normal. And so for the commons, this is the only one that this ratio is like this. So for this particular group of cards, which includes Conceal, Ice Lance, and Power Overwhelming, 3 common cards from 3 different classes, you absolutely want to craft golden if you have the spare mats, right? If you're floating tons of mats for some reason, here I am not, but I've already crafted some, then you will get a net profit of 60 total crafting mats by crafting 6 golden common cards. So if you have 2 Conceals, 2 Power Overwhelmings, and 2 Ice Lances, then and then during the Hall of Fame you decide that you want to disenchant all the golden copies, then you will be able to get a whopping 60 bonus from what you invested, right? So everything that you spend on crafting, you will get back, and you will get a bonus 60. So why is this the case? You will get, if you invest 800, for example, into 2 conceals, you will then be able to disenchant them for 100, getting you a total of 900 total crafting mats at that point, for an investment of 800. So otherwise, if you only had the 2 normal conceals, you would get back 80. So theoretically, if you just are floating 2 normal conceals, you will get back 80. So that would be your total profit. Whereas if you craft the 2 golden conceals, you get back 900, but you invest 800, and you lose the 80 that you would have gotten from the 2 conceals for a net profit of 20. So this is the case for the Ice Lance, the Power Revolving, and the Conceal. It will not be the case for Azure Drake, but of course if you're a collector, hey, maybe you want an Azure Drake anyway. You can craft an Azure Drake and you'll get back your 800, so it's effectively costing you 100 to craft a golden Azure Drake at that point, which is a good cost for a gold card if you are a collector and you like gold cards. If you don't like gold cards and you don't care, really there's no reason other than just to have the golden card until you decide to get there, right? So if you craft a golden Azure Drake, you invest 800, you disenchant it when the time comes for a total of 900 with 800 investment, but an Azure Drake costs 100 to craft and you would have gotten 100 from your normal copy. So basically you completely break even. And this is the case with the Azure Drake, and this is the case with the it's 6 total cards, I misspoke earlier, for Sylvanas, right? And it's the case for Ragnaros. These are the other cards that are becoming Hall of Fame cards. So it would cost you 3,200, disenchant for 1,600, so you would get 4,800 on a total 3,200 investment, but you're losing the 1,600 you would have gotten for the normal. Of course, you can get golden copies for effectively 1,200 if you wanted to craft this and then dust your normal, right? So there is a reason to craft the golden before the patch hits if you're looking to upgrade into a golden for less than it would normally cost, right? So if you want to spend 1,200 to get a golden Ragnaros, you could do that. I'm running this right now because you break even, so it's fun playing with a golden Ragnaros until the time actually comes, but really there's no actual reason to do this. Anyway, that's the way it works. That's my recommendation. If you like golden cards, it's a great time. If you don't have a playset of any of the cards in the Hall of Fame, now is the time to craft them, first of all. And if you have lots of mats and you can afford to craft a golden common, you should do so because you will get a net profit.